Hi, Virgo. Well, this is the reading that found you today. These are the cards that flipped out for you. Virgo, I will go ahead and let you know what I'm getting from this is a bit deep. It's a bit painful. I do see you triumphing over it and using this pain as a source of power. So let's get into this. Now, I will go ahead and also let you know that I'm getting several different stories from this. There's several different happenings. So take what resonates, leave the rest. We're starting here with the Three of Swords. And of course, we know the Three of Swords speaks to betrayal, but this is an unusual energy that I'm getting with this. Now, again, like I said, I'm getting several different scenarios, so we'll go into the first. Now, in this particular deck, the Three of Swords is represented by the Crane Wife, story out of Japan. And in this story, the Crane Wife asks her husband for privacy, but he spies on her only to discover she was hurting herself to help him. And while it was wrong for him to spy, it was also a bit wrong for her to not trust her husband with her secret. So we're looking at this duality. Again, first scenario that I'm getting some of you did hurt yourself in the past. You were self-medicating to deal with trauma. I'm getting that you may have actually cut yourself. That's only going to resonate for some of you. I'm getting that some of you partied a little too hard. Some of you used your words harshly on others. You were very sharp or abrupt with others. I must remind you, this is a judgment-free zone at this time. So what I go into here, we are all human. And this is something we are all capable and guilty of, But in this, I see this as a sadness. It was almost like a sadness fell over you, okay? And dealing with this sadness, we deal with our grief in so many different ways. And I am getting this sense of heartbreak. It's almost like grief at the loss of time that's coming through for some of you, like wasted time with someone. Now, I am getting a 3 energy that's going to be reoccurring in this reading. So I am getting that some of you were put in a third party. I am getting that your heart was pure in this. And in this, some of you, and I am getting a duality here. Some of you may have either loved someone who was still occupied with someone else, or likewise loved someone that ignored. It's almost like the third party was a family member, and they were almost lured or spirited away mentally by this family member. It was almost like what you had was sabotaged by a family member, either yours or theirs. I can't quite, it's a little bit foggy, but I am getting this sadness. There's this great sadness about this. Now, for some of you, this was someone who betrayed you, who's going to have to reap what they sow. Okay. It's going to be their sadness. So I am getting a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain in this. Now, the next up, we have the Queen of Cups. And this is where I felt the strongest energy, because if you look at these cards, and we'll go into the third one here in a moment, she's the one that's looking straight at us, Virgo. She's the one that's looking straight at you. This is your soul connection right here, this Queen of Cups. This is your strength. This is your power. And in this particular deck, the Queen of Cups is represented by a Nigerian character, Yamoja. And she connects those on land to the depth of the spiritual plane. And so it's you as a human, in your human form, connecting very deeply to it's almost like the subconscious, the psychology of human beings. You're understanding with all this pain, you're using it as your power. You're understanding what makes people tick, whereas they don't even know, these people that are hurting, it's like hurt people hurt other people. And so while you may have been hurt by others, you're rising to a place spiritually and mentally where you're beginning to understand the source of their pain, that they too may have experienced trauma in their life. I'm also getting with this energy, she's very understanding. She's very maternal. So for some of you, there were children involved in this source of pain. But again, she's using this to rise. And it's an approach of understanding, and it's approach of wisdom and knowledge and emotional security, which is something that I felt like was shaky for a while, but this is something you're embodying now. I really feel this energy. She's looking right at you, Virgo. This is your connection here. This is your tether. This is you, in a sense, rising. And while, it's interesting too, because I say rising and she's deep within the depths of the ocean, but the ocean in the tarot does represent the subconscious, the emotional aspect of things. And this is where you are, it's like you're residing in this, you are understanding in this, you are one with this. I see also here a very strong sense of intuition, empathy. She's someone you go to for counsel. But the intuition, spirit saying intuition is key. Some of you are actually tapping into the beyond and understanding things on a very ethereal plane, not your typical earthly plane. I'm getting people, some of you were the black sheep. Some of you weren't understood because you were so in touch. You were so in touch with the beyond. Some of you are mediums. I'm getting some of you are very, very deeply connected with the afterlife. And that's not going to resonate for all of you, but I am getting that through. The Queen of Cups is our strongest energy that I'm feeling in this read, Virgo. Very, very strong. And this is you. It's almost like, with the Queen of Cups, she's been through it all. She's been through it all. And that's how she became so strong. It's very, very powerful energy here. Now, finalizing this, of course, the last card that flipped out for you, the Five of Cups. And it's represented by La Llorona out of Mexico. And it's a very sad story behind her. But again, the Three Cups, the third party I'm getting for some of you, we're put in a third party. Some of you were dismissed for someone weak. And there was a saying, that I heard, and I can't remember where it is, forgive me, but it was something to the effect of anyone who puts you in the third party or any man, and this can go, gender's fluid in tarot. This is just the saying that I heard. A man who is entertaining two women will always stay with the weaker minded one. Now, I don't know how much truth there is to that. And it's not for me to decide. This is just a message that's coming through. I'm being asked to relay that to you. But I feel some of you were so emotionally strong that this person could not handle. They could not handle it. And they left you broken. Now, I'm also getting, again, like I mentioned, I am getting several different scenarios with this. The person that puts you in the third party, some of them are going to, I'm getting very strong energy for them as well. They hurt themselves betraying you. They hurt themselves and they can't, for them, I don't feel like they can come out of it. I think it's going to curse them in a way or plague them or haunt them. This is, and I'm getting the song. If you ever hear the song La Llorona, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. But the story is so sad. It's so sad. And I almost don't even want to mention it here because it's not, the story behind her is not particularly relevant to this read. But I'm getting this sadness. And I'm also getting for you, Virgo, that this sadness puts you on a different life path. And on this life path, you found new strength. You found a way to tap into, it's almost like you know how to say the right things. Again, I'm getting counsel, intuition. You know how to help others from this. You're going to be a source of inspiration for a lot of people. I'm also getting some of you actually do that already. You don't even realize it. You help people on a very deep emotional level. I'm getting that a lot of you have people that come to you for advice or come to you with their problems. They come to you with their fears and worries and woes because they trust you. They feel peace in your presence. They know that you are trustworthy and pure. And that's not to say that you're perfect. No human is. I mean, we're all terribly flawed and beautifully flawed at the same time. But you used your past hardships in a very beneficial and constructive way. Whereas the people in your surrounding energy, I get a lot of broken people around you. For some of you, this was a broken family. This was pain in the family. There was darkness in the family for some of you. I'm getting also for some of you, you had to grow up very fast. And I'm also getting for some of you, again, grief at the passage of time. You feel like you lost years when you were in this place of darkness or in this place of pain. You feel like I lost all those years. I can't get those years back. And Spirit's here to remind you that where you are now, focus on the now, because now going forward, it's a whole new story. It's a whole new chapter. You're rewriting this. You're recreating this. You're reemerging as this great being. I am so drawn to Yamoja. And excuse me, I'm getting a cough in my throat here. It's like a difficult to breathe. I feel like at times you felt like you felt overwhelmed and underwater, like you were suffocating in all this that was going on in your life. And now you were using that to, it's almost like I'm getting the word mutated to acclimate to your climate. You're invincible now. Like, mutated was the bad word, but that's the first thing I got. Like, you grew gills to acclimate to this underwater, and now you can thrive in it. I'm also getting I'm getting an image from a movie where I can't remember. It's an old movie from the 80s, and he goes down into the water, and it's like he can breathe underwater by getting this solution in his lungs. Like, he can breathe with, it's the weirdest thing, but that came through. And it's sort of a metaphor in a way where your pain, you've learned to not only live, but thrive from all of this. It's your world now. It's become your comfort zone. You understand it. And you are able to help others because of it. Some of you are actually going to be going into like psychology. You're going to be working with, you're going to be a psychiatrist. Some of you are in school for that. Very, very powerful energy, very triumphant energy from this, Virgo. And I'm so sorry you had to acquire this in such a difficult way, but this is your you moment. This is the moment where you thrive. All right, my loves, I really hope this helped. Until next time, over and out.